Welcome back to the program. You're watching Capital Markets live on Channels Television, your award-winning station. And our guest has been the new chairman of the Investment and Securities Tribunal, Mr. Chiaka Idoko Ako. Now, some lawyers and even market observers will argue that the 1999 Constitution and the Investment and Securities Acts of 2007 have conflicting roles, seeming conflicting roles between the IST and the Federal High Courts. Other areas include jurisdictional competence as well as funding issues. Well, whether this exists or not, we have a new chairman. Let's engage him, the tribunal chairman, Mr. Idoko Ako. Let's look at some of these issues. Lawyers will quote sections 294, 295, and I think section 293, subsection 3 as well, saying that you have the ISA here conferring on you at the IST to be able to adjudicate on securities matters. But when it comes to the 1999 Constitution, what it says is that it vests jurisdiction on matters relating to the securities markets on the Federal High Court. What investors have told me and what they really want to hear is how you intend to manage this conflict, this seeming conflict, whether it is a conflict or not. Just explain that to us.
Yes, thank you very much. I think it's a very simple thing. In the first place, the IST was established pursuant to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Right.
Specifically, Section 65J gives the power that established IST as a court to handle securities disputes.
Right.
Yes. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria gives exclusive jurisdiction to the Federal High Court to look into all matters, including capital issues. But the law setting up IST under Section 2841 gave exclusive jurisdiction to IST on questions that borders on decisions or termination of the Commission, that's SEC, in operation and application of this Act. And they list those issues. Capital market operators and their clients,
all right,
under Section 2841, down to between the investor and securities exchange or capital trade point, capital market operators and self-regulatory organizations, the commission and self-regulatory organizations like NSC, capital market operators and the commission, investors and the commission, issue of securities and the commission. These are specific areas of the economy, that's investment per se. And this law says this IST shall deal with them.
Because it is a specialized court.
A specialized court. So, however, in the course of carrying out this assignment, issues have come up. The matters, decisions from the IST have gone on appeal. In Abuja, decision of the Court of Appeal, they ruled that IST has exclusive jurisdiction. Two matters again came up from Lagos Division. That is, it is Federal Court has jurisdiction, not IST. Right. But both cases are now on their way to the Supreme Court. Okay. And I think, at the end of the day, whatever pronouncement comes from there will become the law. Apart from that again, probably in view of this seeming dispute, there's now a move to amend the Constitution to give exclusive jurisdiction to IST.
Great.
In fact, it has gone through the National Assembly. It's in process. Either of the two, if the Supreme Court or the amendment, whichever one comes first, we will now know where we stand.
Great.
But on our own, as in this new panel, we'll make sure that what is proper is done. And that is by pursuing the amendment and also ensuring that, yes, we are to abide by the decision of Supreme Court if it eventually happens like that.
This brings me to the next question, which is still on the ISA, legal question as it were. Section 286 of the ISA, referencing the fact that the IST, as it were, may accept contributions, donations from persons or organizations, basically consistent with the functions and objectives of the IST. But as it is right now, the independence of the IST, this puts it at stake. Do you plan to implement this submission in line with what will keep the credibility, the integrity, and the independence of the IST going, such that it can protect what it is set out there to actually realize?
In fact, this has nothing to do with the credibility of IST. It's not funded by individual.
Great.
Not individual. Not even an operator. The way SEC derives its funding from the market, that is what the law is talking about here. As of today, SEC is under the appropriation funding. The Consolidated Revenue Fund of the Federation, SEC derives money from there for its funding.
Great.
But because of the nature of its function, servicing the investment and securities market, and these people, they pay money from transactions in the market to NSC and SEC.
Right.
The funding here refers to those fees which they pay on transactions in the market, both from the buyer side and seller side, to NSC and to SEC. That is the fund we're talking about. And such fund coming in will in no way affect the integrity of the tribunal, as far as the discharge of its function is concerned.
All right. In terms of jurisdictional competence of the IST, what do you make of what has been specified, which some lawyers tell me that this is really broad? They need to understand clarifications or get clarifications on the limits and powers of the IST.
Like I said before, the jurisdiction as stated by law is very clear. It requires no any interpretation or any misgiving. Look, it says, I will read section 2841. I will read. The tribunal shall, to the decision of any other court of law or body in Nigeria, exercise jurisdiction to hear and determine any question of law or dispute involving a decision or determination of the commission, that is the Rules and Justice Commission, in the operation and application of this act, and in particular, relating to any dispute between capital market operators,
right,
between capital market operators in the course of investment and securities business. No more. Between capital market operators and their clients in the course of investment and securities business. I give you money to buy shares for me. You didn't buy the shares. You are keeping the money. See? And this is business. Right. Decision needs to be taken on the spot. If you go further, A3, Roman number 3, between investor and securities exchange or capital market trade point or clearing or settlement agency like CSCS. Yeah. You don't have a record of my shares. If this kind of matter you go to the ordinary court, it will take a very long time. Right. And that will affect. You see, if you go between capital market operators and self-regulatory organizations like NSC.
Yeah, the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Yes, between the commission and self-regulatory organization, between capital market operator and the commission.
Right.
Yeah? And between the issue of securities and the commission. These are clear issues.
So there's no way we can call this some kind of conflict as
There's
well.
No conflict.
All right,
no conflict at all. No
all
conflict.
Right, sir. Mr. Idoko Akor, thank you so much for joining us on Capital Market this evening. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for making it down to Lagos. Just for public consumption here, you've got a 10-member panel with the names yet to be displayed there for you on screen. Mr. Jude Nduni, Dosa Osemengwe, Abubakar Ahmad, Mr. Albert Otesile, Mr. Emeka Madubike, Kasumi Gaba Kofi, Edward Ajayi, Onyemechi Elu Jeko, yes, as well as Maman Zangana. So these are the key members of the panel. And so if you've got cases to refer to the IST, the period of law is over. That's the program for today. Thank you so much for watching it. You may wish to weigh in on certain areas of the conversation. Go on Twitter at Channels TV. I'm Temple Ashaju, and I'll see you next time.